Well, g'day everyone, and welcome back for the second part of the prologue for BattleTech Commander's Edition mod Let's Play, and you're with Huey, of course. And we're going to be continuing on where we left off, so let's get stuck straight into it. Easy there, Connor. You took a nasty crack on the head when you punched out. Don't worry, you're safe now. My name's Darius Oliveira, and I'm the XO of Markham's Marauders. We're a mercenary outfit with ties to House Arano. We did some work for High Lord Tamati, way back when. Is it Tamati or Tama... Am I saying that wrong? Yeah, it is Tamati, alright. I would introduce you to Commander Markham, but he was on a supply run in the Market District when the bombs fell. Well, he didn't make it. If it wasn't for your company, I'd be dead too. That's probably true, but don't mention it. After seeing what happened to Markham, it didn't feel right leaving you in the hands of this new Directorate. When we picked up your broadcast on the emergency ban, we knew what we had to do. What about Mastiff? Sir Raju Montgomery? Did you find him? We found his mech. It was completely caught out. Nobody survives a hit like that. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. We supported the Royal Guard on a handful of deployments, and Sir Raju earned my respect many times over. His death is a loss for us all. Oh, Christ. What about, were you able to recover him with blackjack? Yeah, mech tech hold what's left to it in the mech bay. It isn't pretty. If you give him enough time, Yang can fix just about anything. Try not to take the loss too hard. Yang said that your mech showed signs of deliberate sabotage. Whoever you had working on it did a real number on the reactor. Punching out was the right move. So what happens now? Well, things aren't looking so hot around here. What with the coup and all, House Espinosa's Directorate is the new de facto government of the Oregon Reach. Sorry to have to tell you this, Lady Arano is dead. The dropship was destroyed on takeoff. It's all over the news. Oh, shite. Our sentiments exactly. We're getting the hell out of Oregon territory. We've already booked transport on the first jump ship out. We're heading to a nice, quiet stretch of independent space, all the way across the frontier, on the Canopian border. Not a cheap trip, but we'll worry about how we're going to pay for it later. As for you, well, you've got options. According to your budget, you got a family out in the Lurin Commonwealth. If you want, you could look into booking you transport on a freighter bound for Steiner space. Can't make any promises, but I'm willing to try. Alright. The Commonwealth isn't my home. Never has been. My family moved to the Reach before I was born. In that case, you could stay with us for the long haul. When we get to where we're going, we'll drop you at the nearest planet. Maybe you can make a place for yourself there. Of course, I'll need you to pitch in for your share of the fuel, plus food, lodging, and repairs on your mech. Fair's fair after all. Alternatively, you could find a place for yourself in the Marauders if you wanted to. Wouldn't take you long to work off your debt. And you're in with Mastiff, so I know you've got chops. Think it over. Sleep on it. You've had a hell of a day. And we've got a long road ahead. 3 years later. Alright. So we're getting into, this is the beginnings of some proper missions for us. So, it's the first of the quote-unquote harder missions, although if you do this one right, it's not too difficult. So, but of course, it also depends on the RNG gods. So he's hoping it all works out.
Command interface initiated.
The Independent Prospectors League thanks you for your assistance, Commander. We're miners, not soldiers. We can't fight these bastards off on our own.
That's what you're paying us for. Don't worry, we'll get your platforms back.
This isn't just about reclaiming what's ours. Majesty Metals killed hundreds of us when they tried to jump our claim. We want you to make them bleed for what they've done here.
Commander, the Op4 is holding 2 of the IPL's mining platforms. The first, designated Alpha, is where they're keeping the turret generator. Move in fast and take it out. Those turrets hit hard, so you want to neutralize them ASAP. Platform Bravo is the site of the Op4's corporate security tower. Engage and destroy it. If they bring a mech in to protect it, take that out too. Then circle back and we'll collect our pay.
That's right. I'm ready and waiting to authorize the transfer. Now go on, Commander. Hit those corporate pigs where it hurts. We'll be watching the action from here.
Alright, so... you can... There's 2 ways you can do this. Last time I went around this way. Or you can just try and run straight in. I'm going to take the direct approach this time, so...
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
Let's get the spider.
Roger.
Yeah, come on, Decker. You did really well last time around, so...
You are trespassing on Majesty Metals and manufacturing property and acting in collusion with a domestic terrorist organization. Cease your advance immediately, or you will be fired upon.
Oh, I'm so scared. Oh, yeah, I've got this, So, just a quick explanation on internal structure and armor. Pretty straightforward. So, you want to make sure you want to have your facing done correctly. Alright. So I reserved everyone.
Yes, Commander.
Can I get a shot on the turret generator? No, I cannot. Maybe with a jump? Yeah, maybe. Alright, let's try it. I can get a shot on it. Good. So we'll start damaging that straight away, because like you said, the turrets do hit hard, just so you want to get rid of that
Taking the shot.
as quick as possible. And that's good. We've damaged it
Failed
quite a
to
bit.
connect.
What? What do you mean failed to connect? You're kidding me. Alright.
Good to go.
Failed to connect. That was a direct hit. It looked like one anyway. Well, that's kind of screwed things up a bit, hasn't it?
No sweat.
Well, shiza.
Tell me what to do.
Said failed to connect, but
Standing by.
it looked like a pretty direct hit to me. Let's use those jump jets again. Let's get some evasion going.
Lifting off.
Well, these turrets are gonna hurt.
Firing.
Just get you to sprint up. Oh, wait. Can you... Ooh. Maybe. Maybe. Let's see.
Engaging jump jets.
Really needed those lasers to hit. But, oh well.
Engaging target.
That hurts. It's going to hurt. Ow.
Reporting. Major armor loss. They've got a lock on me.
We're doing a bunch of sensor locks, which is... Ow!
Internal structure damage.
Youch. That really hurt.
My internals are taking a beating. That shot got past my armor. Ah! Commander! I'm hit.
Head hit. That hurt. That really hurt.
Commander.
I'm gonna have to go vigilance. And I'm gonna jump back here. Just hope upon hope.
Roger.
Not a good start. Really needed to take that out, and it just didn't happen. Oh, really? Okay, brace. Okay, so they've... Yeah, it was a risky proposition, but you know what? Hopefully by taking these out, though. No, let's just do that.
Engaging target.
Right, so that makes things a bit better.
Building destroyed.
Alright, good. They've taken the focus off Decker. That's not a good start.
What can I do for you?
Poor Decker. Poor Decker. Alright. What's your chance to hit? It's not great.
Uh-huh. Time to die!
Oh! Nice hit.
And there's more where that came from.
Ow. You bastard.
Yes, Commander.
She's pretty good with melee. What's a chance to hit? 83%. Alright, let's do it.
Location confirmed. Targeting for physical attack.
Oh, good one. Alright, Decker, can you get a rear shot on this
Good to
guy,
go.
please? What's his, okay, 34, 31, 15, and 19. It's not looking good.
Move order received.
Let's take a risk.
Roger that.
What is other armor?
Reporting critical hit.
Ow.
Damage minimal.
What's up, boss?
You know what? Hit him again. Yeah, hit him again. Perfect.
Mech destroyed.
Alright. You know what? Just stay there. Oh, can you get a... No, that's a terrible shot. Do not stay there. That's much better.
detected.
Waiting for orders.
You stay there too.
Here we go!
Well, he's totally disarmed. Should've listened to Ma! Alright, I'm definitely gonna have to keep Decker back. So, what I'm gonna
Ready for
do...
orders.
I'm gonna sprint him right around. Which way should I go? Okay, yeah, I'll go this way. Hope for the best.
Roger. Full speed.
I don't mind taking that vehicle out if I
Commander.
can. So let's go for the vehicle first. Although, that's probably my best chance. So let's go for it. Terrible chance to hit. Bit better. Let's go for it. Insta-kill!
One more for the trash heap.
Ow. Bastard. Excuse me. It's gonna heat up a little bit. Maybe I'll try
I hear ya.
glitch, actually. So we can at least put his initiative back with a precision strike, so I'm gonna try it. Oh, what the hell. You never know. Didn't work, but like I said, did put his initiative back, so...
Engaging jump jets.
Now, we're gonna have to turn a few things off here. Yep. So we'll turn off the lower chance to hit. What is that? Oh, unsettled, okay.
Engaging target.
Alright, hate. Yes, we know about hate. Stability, yeah, the yellow bar affects your stability. And it's a miss, very good. Alright. So we're gonna hold off with Decker. And I'm gonna get Behemoth in there. We should definitely take out that tank. Well, maybe... Actually, no, I'll hold off on that. Let's hold off on that. I don't know if a precision strike's worth it. Probably not this turn. Yeah, we'll just go for a general shot. Let's try and get him unsettled a bit. Glitch.
Waiting on you, Commander.
She can do a multi-target, actually. Yeah, we'll try it. That worked out. Okay.
You like that?
Oh, AC5 crit. Nice.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Decker. We need you to just run away. Maybe you jump? How far can you jump? I'll get you to just bound around a bit.
Got it.
You can brace.
Standing by.
Oh, we could get a back shot, but don't know about that. Maybe not. How about we reserve?
Waiting for the right move.
Ow. Jeez.
Armor blow through. Internal damage.
Okay, this AI is pretty smart.
Receiving you.
You're gonna have to brace again.
Confirmed. Holding.
Damn it. Yeah. Terrible shot. I wonder if I can actually. Yeah. You know what? Take that building down.
Jumping.
Send him a couple of LRM. Oh no, just do that.
Locking on.
That'll do.
Target destroyed.
Right, so now we have to get rid of this guy.
What can I do for you?
You know what? You're going. Oh, no, you're gonna move a little bit. Another not so good shot, but
Got it.
could do another precision on him. Try and take his leg off.
Got it.
No luck. No luck. Alright.
Engaging target. Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
He's unsettled, so that's good.
Yes, Commander.
See what Decker can do. Could get a rear shot on me. Don't want to get too close.
Lifting off. Affirmative.
Stressed. Bit stressed, mate. Just hang right there. Take another shot.
Great shot, Commander. Double back to our client's
He punched out.
The sooner we can collect our pay and break orbit, the better.
So, yeah, cold shots. Like I said, give you a better chance to hit a specific area, and also send give them an initiative penalty. So, always nice. Alright, so we're gonna turn the screen around, so we're facing this way. Gonna have to keep Behemoth back a bit though.
Affirmative.
Oh, okay, maybe not that far. Do a shorter jump. Yep.
Firing jump jet.
So the spider has like 6 jump jets, so if the further you jump, the more heat it generates. So we're gonna sprint in, sprint in, sprint in,
Moving to position.
and you're gonna run up there.
Confirmed.
On my way. Position
So
confirmed.
resolve, yeah, that shows the higher your morale, the quicker you resolve. Goes up to a morale 25 out of a possible 50, and the higher it is, the quicker your resolve goes up, and the more often you can use, special abilities like precision strike and vigilance. So I want to head up here, get everyone up here.
Coordinates received.
On my way.
Brilliant work, Commander. We should have no trouble mopping up off the other platforms now that the defenses are down.
We got the job done. Speaking of which,
I wasn't finished. These platforms won't do us much good if we can't hold them. Majesty Metals taught us that, so we're gonna need your battle mechs.
you're going to want to reconsider that.
Why? Your lance has already been target locked by our turrets. Now, power down and surrender, and we'll let you walk. We'll try to fight and we'll tear you to shreds. Your call, ha ha!
Well, there goes a goddamn payday. Hold tight, Commander. We're on our way. So, we really do need to take out this turret generator. So, we're going to get Decker
Waiting for orders.
to get back as far as he can.
Affirmative.
Come on, you bastard. Hit!
Target acquired.
Okay, got 1 hit. No, he's coming around. Okay, didn't take the shot. Which is good. Which is very good.
I hear ya.
So what we're gonna do... use our jump jets.
Taking the high road.
And we're gonna multi-target. Since Glitch has the multi-target ability. So we're gonna use that and B on you.
Got it.
Oh, so close. That gets rid of him.
Bye-bye.
Oh, they are being smart. Alright. So... got 2 options here. Do I actually? Actually. I can hit both.
Engaging jump jets.
So... oh, actually, no, I can't. Damn! Alright, I have to take you out first.
Engaging target. Enemy unit destroyed.
Receiving you.
Okay, you get back. 100% need to take out this turret generator.
Out.
Let's see. Turn that off. Whatever. Fire!
Fire.
And there it goes.
One less target.
We are going to reserve.
Reserving action.
Alright, let's come back round. Well, maybe I can get vision on him? Maybe? No, I cannot. Let's see. I don't have anyone with sensor lock, do I?
Good to go.
Nope. Damn. If he sprints. No, that's no good to me. Alright. Let's try and draw him out.
Full throttle.
The rest.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Just brace.
Resting my mech. Waiting for orders. Aye, aye.
Waiting for orders. Stabilizing and bracing.
Scorpion. Fortunately, a miss. And we just unload on the mother sucker. May as well use this. Since it doesn't carry over to the next mission. So try and get a side shot. It's pretty, it's a weaker point.
All weapons committed.
And that's it.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Stand by for extraction, Commander. Let's get the hell out of here. Oh, and Darius.
I know, Maya. I know. You want another team meeting?
Give the man a prize.
Mission successful.
Okay. So, Decker had a close call, as he often does. But managed to survive it. Very good. Unfortunately, we will have to spend some time repairing. So that sucks, but, you know, part and parcel of the game. Did get some XP out of it. Very nice. Decker has an injury, unfortunately.
You need to start finding us better clients, Darius. I mean it. We've been slumming it on the arse end of the frontier for 3 years now, and we're drowning in debt.
I'm fully aware of our financial situation, Moya. We just can't conjure up new clients out of thin air. Connor, do me a solid and back me up on this. If we're really that hard up on cash, we need to stop talking and start doing something about it. Hey, no arguments for me. When we made you our commander, we all agreed to follow your lead. Darius, could you walk us through the details of this trouble we're in? Might help if you broke things down point by point. Sure thing, Yang. Point 1, Maya's right. We're in debt. Every sea bill we make technically belongs to the banks. Point 2, this corner of the frontier is a dead zone for mercenary work. There are clients, but they're terrible. It's just a fact. And that's it. There are no other points. What's our best case scenario? How many jobs will it take to repay the loan? Truthfully, can't even say. We're in a pretty deep hole, and from where I'm standing, I don't see a lot of daylight. Thing is, these banks, and I use the word loosely, they don't want us to pay off our loans. They'll do whatever they can to get away they do whatever they can to get away with to keep us on the hook. Hit us with fees, jack up our interest rates, misfile our paperwork. I'm trying to find us a way out of this, but it's going to take time.
And every day that passes, we accumulate more debt. If we keep going like we have been, we're screwed.
Okay, so we're in a bad spot. What are we going to do about it? Don't see what else we can do, Connor. I'm already serving up every legitimate contract I can find. Unless you want me to sidestep the Mercenary Review Board entirely, we're basically out of options. Go around the MRB? No thanks. Taking an uncertified job's a great way to wind up with a knife in your back. We just got betrayed by a board-certified contract, Yang. How much worse could it get? Plenty. What happened down there was an exception, boss. With uncertified jobs, it's the rule. Remind me again why we don't just skip town and head to a nicer corner of the periphery?
Because the banks and the jump ship crews have an arrangement. Until we pay up, they're going to keep us on a short leash.
Well, that's a good reason. Look, Darius, Meyer's right. We need to start earning some real money. And we need to do it soon. It's only a matter of time before something breaks down that I can't fix with duct tape and good intentions. I had to work a few uncertified jobs after I was asked to leave my home system. It's risky, but it's better than going hungry.
You hear that, Darius? The voice of experience speaks. Going around the MRB might kill us, sure. So might 1,000 other things, but I'd rather die trying than give up and accept the inevitable.
Let's settle then. I'll start digging for contracts outside of the MRB system. Who knows? Maybe it'll work out for the best. It isn't like we've got all that much to lose. In the meantime, I need to find another paying job. Our prospects in the system have completely dried up. I'd recommend booking travel to a neighbouring system and seeing what the review board has for us. With any luck, we'll find enough work to keep going until something better rolls in.
The banks are holding our jump ship access hostage until we repay our debts. For now, we can only go between Urkarin and the nearby systems of Alloway, Bellerophon, and Detroit.
Our top priority right now needs to be finding work, so we can raise cash. None of the contracts here are very good. Picked out the only viable one I could find. And it helpfully includes our travel fees as part of the deal. Come by the command center when you're ready to review it. Well, we may as well actually have a talk to Darius while we're doing that. So, with this mod, what you need to do, now we've got through the prologue, you need to forward things by 1 day. But before we do that, we need to start getting to work on repairing our mechs. So, let's go to the mech bays. And I also want to make some slight little changes. Well, first things first, I'm going to put this away. I'm probably never going to use a bloody locust, so whatever. So we start with 1,000,000 C-bills. Sounds like a lot, right? No, it's not. So first thing I want to do is make some changes to the armor. Now, I personally never like to have that much armor on the back. Just enough to sort of take one medium laser hit, and then past that, you're kind of in trouble past that. And I'm also going to remove a jump jet. I find 3 jump jets is plenty. And then we're going to increase our front armor. So, try and make it fairly even. Our arms probably need the most. They tend to take a lot of hits. 90 of 100's pretty good. Let's go 110. 85, 85. That'll do for now. We'll make some changes later, but we're going to confirm that. That doesn't take any time.
Right.
So it's done instantly, because all I did was remove. Apparently removing parts doesn't do anything, so... And we're going to do the same here. I'm going to take that off. Our heat efficiency... Look, I don't think I need that many heat sinks, so I'm going to remove 2 of those. And that should do. Alright, and same again. Go down to 25. Come on. 25. 25. We'll keep the weapons as they are for now. Probably change it up a bit as time goes on. Now this thing's going to be quite heavily armored, since we've removed quite a lot. In fact... Oh. Holy crap, okay. Maybe we could keep some... Alright, so we'll refresh that. Let's... Alright, take that off. And take off 1 heatsink. Let's see what that does. Okay, so might even, you know, replace some of the back armor. Alright. Let's max that out. Max that out. Yeah, okay. 100, 100, 10. Oh no, that's perfect. Alright, that'll do. Very good.
Logged in.
That work order you submitted is complete.
So, yeah, this is just to start out with. We're going to refit this one as well. So, we'll repair. And you've only got 3 jump jets to begin with. Okay. And you don't need that many heat sinks. So, you really don't. So, goodbye, goodbye. That gives us an extra 2 tons to work with. Gonna keep everything else as is for now. Take off the back armor as usual. And let's put some more leg armor. Do like to max out the arm armor. Let's get 140. 100. 100. 100. 100. So we've got another ton to play with. Let's go 150. 10. 60. 20. Okay. So go max on the core. That looks good to me. So it's going to take 1 day.
On it. I'll let you know when
And we're going to refit the spider. Don't need this many jump jets. Really don't. So 4 should do it. And this way we'll pretty much never overheat. So 4 jump jets. I find is ample. Movement's still very high. Heat efficiency's gone right up. Gonna leave the back armor as is, and we're gonna crank everything else up. I'll give you 40, 40, 50, 50. So we'll focus a bit on the center. That's good. It's a lot better. So let's confirm that.
Right.
So that only takes 1 day as well. So let's go back out and let's introduce ourselves like we always do.
You need some work done, Commander?
So we've got about 20 minutes. So this is a good chance to have a chat with a few people. Hey, boss. Welcome to the Mac Bay. My own little piece of heaven right here on the ship. Something I can help you with? I want an assessment of the leopard. How much trouble are we in? I don't know. I mean, we're doing okay for the moment. But give it a few months, maybe a year. You know how it goes. Eventually everything falls apart. Maybe our drive system will give out. Maybe some debris will perforate the hull. Who knows? But on that day, we're going to need to be able to cover our repair costs. If we can't, well, that'll be that. So I don't need to know about the McBay. Right. Tell me a little bit about yourself. How'd you wind up with this crew? That's a long story, boss. Shortest version I can give you. I signed on after I served my term in the Third Succession War, fighting for the Capellan Confederation. If you want to know more, you can ask whatever you want. Otherwise, let's get back to talking shop. Where are you from originally? Brian and the Confederation. May have heard about Claim to Fame, the Crowley Lizard Cow. No? Well, trust me, they're delicious. Anyway, as the story goes, Brian was a really nice place once. A tourist spot, big with hikers and fishing enthusiasts. Pale blue skies, emerald green seas, and a booming agriculture business. You know, the works. I never knew it that way, though. Stephen and Morris got to it a couple of centuries before I was born. And, well, that was that. As the story goes, Brian used to have these enormous orbital mirrors. Storm inhibitors, we called them. Star League put them in place. When Morris took the system in the Civil War, he had his troops use them for target practice. Now those mirrors, Brian reverted to its natural state, a miserable little ball of wind-blown dirt, actively hostile to human life. And by the time I came along, the only places where people could live in relative safety were at the planet's poles. Of course, you can't fit the planet's entire population into a handful of cities at the poles. There isn't enough space, no matter how far you dig or how tall you build. A lot of people, mostly the poor, died in the early days. There's still a lot of overcrowding in Brian's cities even now. That's my childhood home in a nutshell. Way too many people jammed into a tiny claustrophobic space. Nowhere to go but off-planet. I cleared out of there as fast as I could and never looked back. Gotta admit, though, do miss the taste of lizard cow. Hey, tell me about your time in the military. Who'd you serve with? The 2nd St. Ives Lancers, 1st Battalion under Major Ling. I saw more action than most. The arm is a souvenir of my time in the service. I lost the original back in 3010 on Solaris. You know, when we first arrived at Solaris, I loved the place. It's an agricultural world, sort of a breadbasket for neighboring systems. Green fields, rolling hills, you get the picture. We just walked out of hell in Kittery. The Fed rats drove us out in 05 with our tails between our legs. So it looked like paradise to us. Paradise. I remember kicking back in the mech bay, my feet propped up on the engine block, sipping on a snifter of ambergris vermouth. Not a bad way to spend the sunny afternoon. Anyway, turned out the Federated Sons weren't done with us yet. We're barely a month into our deployment when they sent the SETI Hussars to burn us out. I'm sure that there were sound strategic reasons for House Davian to want Solaris, but it sure felt personal to me. Long story short, one of their scouts managed to slip through our perimeter and hit my mech bay. I was tinkering around in a Centurion's custom-made rumble seat at the time. Being surrounded by all that armor is the only reason I made it out alive. Still, I didn't make it out unscathed. I lost 2 of my favorite assistants and my own right arm. I've got this ugly thing grafted onto me as a reminder. And yet, here I am doing mercenary work for a living. Some people never learn, huh? So why'd you leave the Capellan Confederation? After my tour of duty was up, you mean? I don't know. It was just time for change. Besides, this place wasn't for me anymore. In a way, it never really was. I learned a lot from my time out in the service. I got a first-hand view of the elitist bullshit that saturates Capellan culture. How it rewards big-horned idiots at the common people's expense. Speaking as a thoroughly common man, that didn't sit right with me. When my tour was over, I packed up my things and made a beeline for the periphery. Seemed like as good a place as any to find a new beginning. For what it's worth, I'm glad you made that choice. You brought my mech back from the brink more than once. Heh, way more than once if memory serves. Still, I appreciate the kind words. For what it's worth, I'm happy to be here with this crew. Going career military would have been an enormous mistake. You never really get away from aristocracy, young. Hell, I was born a noble. Yeah, but you're a competent noble. And you aren't afraid to get your hands dirty. At the end of the day, that's all I really care about. I wonder how many times I watch talented engineers get passed over for a promotion so some idiot with a title could advance. Too many to count. Well, in your position, I probably would have done the same. Alright, I better get back to it. Yeah, okay, boss. This has been a fun trip down memory lane, but I'm sure that we've both got more important things to worry about. You would do. Alright, well, anything else you need? No, I gotta get back to it. I'll talk to you later, Young.
Come back anytime.
Alright. So, that was an introduction to Yang. So now, let's go talk to Darius.
What do you need?
Always good to see you at the Ops Corner. Can I do something for you? I want to know more about a debt situation. Yeah, sure, that's fair. I'm glad you're taking an interest. I've got time to get into the nuts and bolts of it if you do. What do you want to know? But it made me away we took out so many loans in the first place. How much time you got? I mean, we've been hit with 1,000 expenses since we were forced to flee Coromandel. But I guess you're mostly interested in the big ticket items. Well, first and foremost, there's the Leopard. We still owe a lot of money on this ship, and losing her isn't an option. Then you've got all the assorted fallout from our impromptu trip across the frontier, jump ship passage, docking fees, miscellaneous travel expenses, all paid for in credit, as if we had a choice. There's more I can get into. The loan we took out to set up Markham's family, etc., etc. But that'll be gilding the lily at this point, okay? Fact is, we're in a lot of trouble with a lot of lenders. But hey, we're mercenaries. We live for trouble. Who are we in debt to exactly? I want names. Well, I better give you the top three. First, you got Blue Horizon, the big commercial bank on Lyden. They're the ones that own the lease of the ship. Then there's the Indri Consortium. They've got people everywhere. They're based somewhere in Marek space. They borrowed from one of their associates to make the jump away from Coromandel on the day of the coup. Finally, you've got the lockdown lending. Oh, they sound. They're a frontier outfit from Hasta, and they're about as crooked as they come. Now, I wouldn't normally do business with an outfit like the Double L, but we didn't have a choice. They made a deal with Blue Horizon to buy half our debt. So, that's the big three. A commercial bank, a shadowy financial consortium, and a bunch of leg breakers in cheap suits. And each of them is dangerous in their own way. Well, that's enough of money talk for now. Let me ask you about something else. Be my guest. What do you need? You got a few minutes to chat? I'd like to catch up. Yeah, sure, I've got time to talk. Before any of this started, you worked with the Arano Royal Guard. Tell me about it. It was more than just deployment, it was a full campaign. Hilo Tamati gave us a job back in 19. We were supposed to be assisting the Royal Guard to round up and eliminate the pirate clan on Jaldu. Commander Markham thought it'd be easy money. Turned out to be anything but. We lost a dozen mech warriors in 3 months from the Jaldu campaign. Had to hose them out of the cockpits. Would have been more if it wasn't for Raju. He saved our people's asses on more than one occasion. Went out of his way to do it too. And the thing is, he didn't have to. We weren't under his protection. We were just hired help. A lot of people in Master's position would have used us cannon fodder, but that wasn't his way. He treated us as if we were his own. He was a good man, Conor. As good as they come. Hey, tell me about yourself, Darius. Where are you from? I grew up in the Cell Heights. It's one of the hub stations orbiting Artru. 30 decks of economic stratification with the corporate suits in the upper decks and everyone else crammed in the lower ones. My old man was a dockhand. We lived on deck 28, 2 levels up from the bottom, with the other station maintenance personnel. 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. My dad would load and unload cargo shuttles. Vacuum sealed quilla and nutrient paste for people like us. and luxury goods for the suits upstairs. The old man must have unloaded 1,000 cases of Casilda Neilro, plump, succulent eggs the size of melon balls. Never got to taste any though. Any one of those tins would have cost him half a year's wages. Anyway, Connor, I don't want to saddle you with my life story. Suffice it to say, I've got an eyeful of what I didn't want to be on Nassau Heights. And I did what I had to do to change my circumstances. By the age of 16, struck it out on my own. I left that station with a handful of skills, an enormous web of contracts, and a rucksack full of that expensive caviar. And once I made it off Nassau Heights, I never, ever looked back. Alright, then. Alright, anything else you need? No, I got Arano.
You know where to find me.
Okay. So the last person we have to talk to is Mary.
How can I be of service, Commander?
Hey, Commander. Something I can do for you?
Does the decision we made about the uncertified contract satisfy your concerns?
My concerns won't be satisfied until our creditors have been paid and the loan sharks are off our backs. But this is a step in the right direction, and that makes me happy. I'm not blind to the risks that uncertified contracts entail, by the way. I mean, I know what we're doing is dangerous, but it's the best chance we've got to dig ourselves out of this hole.
Alright, I'm collecting stories about the crew. Tell me a bit about yourself.
Well, I'm from a noble family like you. We're old money, made our fortune out in Razzlehog, then repatriated to the Taurian Concordat. That's where I grew up. I'm not sure if this is the kind of stuff you were hoping to hear, but we can talk about whatever. I'm not shy.
Where in the Concordat you from?
I grew up in New Vandenberg. It's a nice enough place, I suppose. Do you like birds?
Not particularly.
Then do yourself a favor and avoid New Vandenberg. Avoid it like the plague. Something like 2/3 of the native fauna has feathers, flutters on the wind, and splatters its excrement across every available surface. Naturally, the original colonists adopted the feathery little monsters into their culture, and those of us that came after were kind of stuck with it. Statues, fountains, murals, you name it. Just a giant feathery pile of screeching alien birds. If the system had a motto, it'd be Squawk.
I get the picture.
You sure? Because I could keep going. I hate birds, is what I'm saying. It may be an unpopular opinion for a pilot, but I'll stand by it until the day I die.
Where'd you learn to pilot the Leopard anyway?
The Taurian Naval Institute on New Vandenberg, well, among other places. It's a big campus. The low-gravity training station orbiting Lompoc was my second home for a time. The TNI flight training isn't usually open to civilians, but my parents had good credit back then, and they could name-drop Protector Calderon. That'll get you pretty far in the Concordat, for a while anyway. The other cadets in my class weren't especially happy sharing the air with a civvy, but they couldn't say much. I was nobility, and they weren't. Everyone sort of kept me at arm's length, so I had plenty of time to concentrate on my studies. I got my certification in both dropship and jumpship operation in 4 years. I even tried working on a commercial jump crew for a while, once upon a time. The people were fun, but it wasn't for me. The ratio of flying to violent jump sickness skewed hard in the wrong direction.
So, what can you tell me about House Meyer?
You're looking at it. My parents are both gone. Blood cancer and heart disease, respectively. Both treatable, but they were out of money at that point, so into the ground they went. Ditto my brother David, who ran off to serve in the Third Succession War and never came back.
Oh, I'm no stranger to loss myself.
Yeah, I'm sure you're not. Nobody is, really. It's a rough galaxy. David was 13 years older than me, and had a foot out the door before I turned 3. And my parents, well, they raised me by proxy, in the traditional noble fashion. There was no real bond there, even when I was young. None of this is to say that my folks were bad people. They weren't. They were just doing what they knew, Their upbringing had been outsourced, just like mine was. Anyway, that's all I've got to say about my family. They're gone. I'm here. The end. So, have you got another question, or should we get back to our duties?
So your family came from Rasselhag.
It was a long time ago, but yeah. As my parents told it, we were landowners on Pomme de Terre. It's an agricultural world, sort of a breadbasket of the Draconis Combine. And yes, I know that Pomme de Terre means potato. My ancestors came from planet Potato. Took some time for me to accept that, but hey, here we are. Anyway, moving on. House Maya's holdings were meager, but the value of that land was astronomical. For a minor nobility, we were really very wealthy. And then the Third Succession War broke out, and the political rhetoric got ugly. House Maya didn't want a single part of what was happening, so my ancestors emptied their accounts and ran. As a rule, House Kurita really takes a dim view on nobles who cut and run. Words like traitor and defector start getting thrown around. In the Combine, you really don't want to be on the receiving end of allegations like that. I wouldn't be standing here today if House Kadoran hadn't granted my ancestors asylum in the Concordat. In all likelihood, House Maya would have been wiped out before I was even born.
Oh, it's an interesting story. Alright, well, thanks for the chat.
Alright, anything else you need, Commander?
No, I've got to get back to it. I'll talk to you later, Samiri.
I'll be here if you need me.
So, that's introduction to all the characters. So, all we have to do now is to advance the timeline a bit, and we're going to do that at the same time as moving on to another contract. So, we do have to move on to Bellerophon. So, we're going to start that. Our travel costs are paid for this one. It's normally about 30,000, so that's fortunate. So let's negotiate. We'll take the pay as is, I think, because we do need to start out with some decent money. We'll start going for more salvage a bit later on. So we do have to head on. Alright, so now we have to select the timeline. And of course we're going to start in 3025. It's a vanilla start year since we are doing the campaign. Let's do it. The year is 3025. After over 100 years of grinding, low-intensity warfare and slow technological decay, the major states of the Inner Sphere have taken a brief pause. After the Archon Katrina Steiner's peace proposal in 3020, the Lyran Commonwealth and the Federated Suns signed the Federated Commonwealth Alliance document in 3022. In response, the Capellan Federation, Draconis Combine, and Free Worlds League signed the Captain Accords. While open conflict is limited, there is, of course, plenty of work for a mercenary company, as the successor lords watch each other warily across their borders, waiting for a sign of weakness and a chance to gain the upper hand. No lasting consequences, so that's part of the mod. It's a very, I really dig every mechanic that they've added
I wrapped up that job you asked for, Commander.
as a result of the mod. Yes, thank you, Yang. So, we'll just head to the next planet, and then I think we'll finish up that episode there. But, and we'll also, when we come back, probably make some changes to the mercenary company, Titans and Marauders. Yeah, it's a bit boring of a name, so if you've got any suggestions, feel free to hit us up with those. But yeah, do want to change that up a bit. So, Decker's still out of action, and I'm not sure if we should wait for him to come back. Maybe we should. Anyway, you're on the Leopard's Bridge with Samiri, Yang, and Darius for the daily staff briefing. Darius says, "We've received 3 messages from the banks." "Loan sharks," Samiri cuts in. "From the people who are financing us," Darius continues. "They're considering rewriting the terms of our loans. So it would be easier to seize the ship if we miss a payment. As usual, we're only doing this because they believe that we can't fight it in court." We're going to educate the banks about their mistake. I'll deal with it, you see. Later you record a response. In it, you sternly remind your loan holders that as financial institutions operating on Detroit 3, they must abide by local contract law. You even cite the relevant sections of legal code from memory. Then you point out that, as you've kept records of all the payments and correspondence concerning the loans, you will be able to demonstrate in court that their proposed revisions to the agreed-upon terms would represent such a gross violation of the law that you would undoubtedly be awarded a second dropship at the bank's expense. Once the camera is off, Samiri says, "There's no way they can push you on this." "Oh, too bad. I like to see loan sharks grovel." We've gained the following tag, a loan status fair. Very good. So, and we have arrived at Bellerophon. So we won't continue, we won't proceed with the contract just yet. I always do like to have a quick look at the stores and the hiring halls. Let's check out the hiring hall first. And we're going to probably do the same as before. We're going to go for the unique mech warriors. So probably the Kickstarter backers as usual, but anyway. There's none available here right now. Can't afford any of this, so let's just have a look at the weapons. Okay, so getting a spare AC5 at some point wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm not going to do it right now, of course. But that looks like that's all that's available. I do want to sell this Locust, just to give us a bit of a cash injection. So we're going to sell that. It's risky, but I'm going to sell it. Okay. So I think we are going to forward the timeline. So we're going to... We want to use Decker again. Alright, Comstar News Bureau. Hostilities continue to wind down through the inner sphere, though tensions are still high, with systems along the borders seeing raids from the various successor states. It appears that the great houses are more concerned with the fleeting gains over helping their citizenry from the horrors of the Third Succession War. Labor disputes on the Free Worlds League system of Tiber have broken down, and workers are threatening to go on strike. As one of the major production centers in the FWL, we can expect a stiff response. Comstar continues its mission to the periphery states, building new HPG stations and recruiting new initiates in the order from souls wishing to serve the vision of the Blessed Blake. If you are interested in serving the Order, we welcome you to reach out to your local adept. This has been a CNB January broadcast. I love those things. They're a really nice touch. Really, really nice touch. And I hope they do continue on all the way through this time, because they did last time I did this playthrough. I made the mistake of not using 7-zip, and they stopped after a time. So anyway, Decker's back on board. One more thing we've got to do, and that is to spend some experience. So I'm going to start with Titan, and I do want to focus on... I want to get multi-target first, then go for sensor lock. Yeah, so we get a bit better gunnery. I always do like tactics, I'm not going to lie. But at the same time, I do like to mix it up as well. So we're going to get Medusa to specialize in this. So that's it. It's going to be his specialty.
Mech warrior training complete.
Waiting
Now,
for orders.
Glitch. I don't really want you to have sensor lock. No. You're going to be another piloting specialist. It's going to take a little bit longer, but...
Receiving you.
Now, we do need sensor lock for. We need at least one mech warrior with sensor lock, so definitely going to help.
Training complete.
And Behemoth?
Receiving you.
Nothing. Alright, so that's good. So, as I said, we're going to leave it there, folks, and I hope you can join us next time where we start to get into some contracts. So, until then, as I always say, take it easy, and bye for now.